What's up, people? Josh Spoon, Producer's Kitchen, and I'm here with iZotope's Neutron, and I'm gonna work on a full mix using nothing but Neutron, and we're gonna see how it works. I know how to use it for the most part. There's a couple of things that I may not know exactly, and we'll learn that together. So let's take a look. Cool, so I have the song, and I'm gonna play only segments of it, just for the sake of focusing on the mix. But it's just something that I cooked up. And so here it is, just, I've got some slate stuff on there that I did for character, and I freeze and flatten that down to just all audio files, and then all the rest of the mix is going to be done with Neutron. So here it is.
Break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. I'll break it down like a Vitamix.
So here's all the tracks. Returns. Okay, so we have quite a few tracks here, and I've got Neutron already on most of them. Actually, I think I have them on all of them, even the returns, but we may not get to those. What I'm going to do is just go track by track, adding Neutron, letting it do its thing, and I'm probably not going to tweak much of anything. The first thing that we're going to do is do the drums and the bass, and we're going to try to mess with the masking function here. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up the drums. So I'll open up the plugin window, and I'm going to name this because when it comes to masking, naming is good. So I'm going to do drums, and then you'll see all these other ones just say Neutron. So that's why we're going to name these. And just to show you, I'll go into bass and then name this bass. Then you see if I turn on masking, I'll see drums. So all right, but let's do drums first. So if you don't know about Neutron, what it does is it has this thing called track assist that'll help you set up EQ, compression, as you can see right here, exciter, transient shaper, and you can click this drop down and it will let you choose a mode and a preset. So you could say subtle, medium, aggressive. You can also do these three here, which is really cool, not confusing at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do medium on the drums, and then I'm just going to do clarity because I always want the drums to be clear, right? Don't we all? And so I'll just hit track assist, and then it's going to wait for the song to play, and then it's going to take, it says 4 to 10 seconds to analyze, and it'll do its thing. So I'll play the track, and you can start to see it moving around. See? So this is what it sounds like right now, and I could do 0 latency and then bypass and listen to the drums. So it's a little bit boomier the way it was before, but this is what it shows. But I could come in and tweak this if I wanted to, drop anything. I'm going to turn the limiter on because I'm peaking over here. So with the limiter on, you have a couple of different options. This 1 through 3 gives you, this one's first is clear, mix, smooth, and then thick. This gives you the options of transparent with high latency, low latency with added color when pushed, especially in the low end, and then hard is a brick wall limiter with 0 latency. So when I turn on 0 latency, you'll see that the only thing selectable is hard. So just so you know about that. I'm going to go with definitely clear for the drums, and I'm going to go with transparent. So, and then I can dial this in, the detail or the amount, and Neutron decided it was going to be drums and percussion, which it is.
Break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their
Okay. All the tweaking can be done, you know, when you get it and mess around. I'm gonna keep that to a minimum just to keep it moving. All right, so that's a little bit of the section over here. We'll come back to it when we do the overall mix. As you can see, the EQ has been tweaked. Transient shaper is off. Exciter is on. There's 2 bands here. And then down here is where you can set drive, blend. It's set it, and it's set this one to retro, and this one also to retro. Then a compressor right here, and this is across the whole, pretty much it's across the whole frequency spectrum, but as you can see, there's a sidechain cutting off low end and some of the high end to actually push the compressor. So if you have super bass going on in here, you can roll this off and then that won't affect the compressor. So that's pretty cool. Let's go to the bass now. All right, cool. So I'm gonna do medium, warm and open. So it's boosting the low end here. And we can check and see if that's causing masking. We'll turn masking on and say drums. So you can see where this kind of white showing up. This is where there's a lot of masking happening, and this is telling you how big the masking is. So in this low end, there's a lot of masking going on here. All right. So the next thing I want to do is, I'll stop this for a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 2 here. And then I'm going to pop this triangle up. And here is where you can set dynamic EQ. So I'm going to move this guy down. I'm going to make a new return track. And there's a lot of different ways and different DAWs to be able to route audio. But what I like to do with Neutron is, since I may be routing audio to different places as a source and a destination, instead of doing that on tracks, I just do it as a send and a return. So I just send this to one return and then that return to any track I want. So I'm going to say drums all the way up to D, and then I'll just put SC, sidechain, for the compressor. And then what I'm going to do is say audio out to bass, and then the track that I could choose, I'll open this up. Track in 3/4 Neutron. So now, we go to the bass. I could turn this dynamic mode on. And I could turn on the sidechain, and then I could say external full. I could get high pass. I believe this is low shelf. And then I could also pick the different bands. So I'm going to do just full.
Break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. I'll break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do.
I'll pull this down.
Yeah, break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. Break it down like a.
So you can see this dropping.
On the floor gonna do their own tricks. I'll break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. Yeah, break it down like a Vitamix.
So we can see that the conflict is less here. There's still some there. I put it between the two of these. So, you know, this isn't necessarily something I would probably do in a mix, have it go that crazy, but just as an example, it shows you what's possible. Also, you could do an inverse link, which is really nice. So if I turn on 4, I can boost the bass and cut the drums.
Break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks.
So you don't have to cut back and forth. You could just do it here, inverse lock. Cool. So that's a little bit of the masking and the track assist and some of the inverse link. Okay, so let's continue with this. Open this guy. So I think due to the sidechain, the bass still plays, so I gotta turn that off. So this guy right here, we're gonna aggressively up front mid-range, get that kind of up in the mix. You can already hear it changing and morphing and everything. 2 dynamic EQs right here, boost. Let's hear, put 0 latency and then bypass. A little bit more expressive with this boost. Compressors, 2 bands here, vintage mode on, usual attack and release, threshold, gain reduction. Overall compressor, so multi-band, single band, exciter, up on the highs, lows and mids, retro, tape, retro. The highs usually get boosted on the blend when you go aggressive. Alright, so let me turn this back.
Break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. I'll break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. Yeah, break it down like a Vitamix.
Let's go to lead. Check this guy out.
Break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the
Same thing, aggressive, up front.
like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. Yeah, break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. Break it down like a Vitamix. Yeah, break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. Break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks.
So I brought it up a little bit.
Vitamix. Everybody on the floor gonna do
EQ, some dynamic,
yeah, break it down like a Vitamix.
2 band,
Everybody on the floor gonna do
single band,
break it down like a
same kind of thing, boosted up here.
floor gonna do their own tricks. I'll break it down like a Vitamix.
Let's listen.
Everybody on the floor gonna do their own tricks. Yeah, break it down like a Vitamix. Everybody on the
Let's lift it a little bit.
tricks. Break it down like a Vitamix.
Let's go to this choir. More like an organ, but let's do medium clarity. Nothing super special here.
Gonna do their own tricks. I'll break it down like
This is a pad that's only in kind of the verse section, so let's go over here and play this.
everybody.
Oh, over here. Gonna do an aggressive again.
Everybody on the dance.
So that sounds cool. I'm gonna open this up a little bit. All tweakable, so it gives you a good start to be able to work and work pretty fast. All right, so let's do these effects, which may not get too much understanding here. Let's do warm and open, medium. Not too much. A little compression, a little bit of excitement. Subtle's good too, people. All right, so let's do this Mel effects. Let's have these upfront, mid-rangey, medium. Also, if this is too much, any of these you could blend them. So, like if I feel like I don't want it so high pitched or high frequency, I can kind of roll that off, which is really cool. All right, that's all right. Let's go through the vocals. So I'll go to this section. So all three are happening. I have slightly panned doubles.
Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor. Hey, move your body and your feet, y'all.
So let's do clarity, medium, it's good.
Move your body to the beat, y'all. Rock your body to the beat, y'all. Shake your booty to the beat,
Let's start from the
Everybody
beginning.
on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor. Hey, move your body and your feet, y'all.
So we have two
Everybody on the
vintage
dance
compressors,
floor.
exciters,
Move your body to the beat,
EQ.
y'all. Rock your
Let's
body
see.
to the beat, y'all. Shake your booty to the beat, Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor. Hey, move your body and your feet, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor.
I think a lot of what's happening in here is these are possibly just really annoying frequencies, and it's just dipping these. So I think that's most of what's happening in this section right here with Neutron. So let's listen to the second one.
Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all. Hey, move your body on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor. Hey, move your body to the. Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body
There we go.
and your feet, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all.
Let's do medium.
Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body to the beat, y'all. Rock your body to the beat, y'all. Shake your booty to the beat, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all. Everybody on the dance floor. Move your body and your feet, y'all.
All right, cool. So we got those. And then the last one is this little guy right here. So I'm gonna run this anyway. So let's do upfront, mid-rangey, aggressive. right. So we've got all the tracks. As you can see, like this one was able to figure out drums, but some of the other ones was a little bit more confusing for Neutron to give a title to. A lot of them just ended up being clean. All right, so I have some on the returns, but we're not gonna do those. We'll just go straight to the master and then call it a day. All right, cool. We're on the master. I have slate mix bus or mix rack. I just have a mix bus on there. And then slate virtual tape because I only have ozone 6. And we're not going to use ozone 6 actually because I just realized there's a limiter on Neutron. So let's just use that. So we'll just go in here, drop that baby in. Can't wait till the new MacBook Pros. My computer is super slow. All right, so let's start this guy up. This is over the whole mix. Nope, not you. Vocal bird or whatever you are. All right, cool. So let's go back over to this section. So let's do medium, warm and open. Okay, so we got a little bit of bump, some dynamic EQ, a little bit of cut, cider, one compressor, medium blend. Let's do zero latency and then do a bypass. Opens it up a little bit. So let's turn on the limiter. And what are the characteristics here? Let's do 2, smooth. I like that smooth. And then transparent. Cool, so then I can move the ceiling to -1. And then when you boost this gain, it's pre-ceiling, so you're actually maximizing it. Here's the peak, here's the RMS level. That's decent, that's fine. Clean, because that's the overall mix. So, let's do this real quick. Let me grab all these so that I can mute them and we can listen to how it sounds before and after. All right, cool, so I've set that up. Now I just hit 1 and it turns everything off. All right, so let's play it. So this is on, off, I wish like Ozone it had the match, because I can't match it. So let's see. So let me bring this back down. Let's see. So sounds a little bit clearer. I'd say the drums lost a little bit of body, but that's something you can go in. Let me turn the bass on. The drums lost a little bit of body, but I also have this blended. Yeah, it lost some low end body. So I could go in there and let's see real quick. I think this was a link to the bass. All right, let's see. Not bad. You know, it's pretty cool. I did very little work to get the mix it is right now. So obviously I'm explaining this. So if you're on your own, you're doing this and you're not having to talk to people while doing the mix, you can quickly go through a Neutron and use the track assist, use the masking, use the dynamic EQ, use the EQ link, and set everything up for yourself, whether you're wanting to do a rough mix for an engineer, or you want to do a DIY mix for yourself, or you want to do a professional mix. Just because there's an assistant in all of this doesn't mean that it's cheating. People are so excited about the driverless cars right now, and that no one calls that cheating. So just like a driverless car, or I guess a assisted car, you can take over at any time and make changes. So it just saves you a little bit of time getting everything set up, that you can go in and tweak stuff, get everything sounding just the way you like, and save some time. That's what it's all about, because we want to make music. Some of us want to spend all day mixing, but a lot of people want to just make some music. So I really like Neutron. I'm going to keep messing with it. I hope that you take a look at it. They always have trials and things like that. I think it's on sale right now as of the make of this video. So yeah, definitely check it out. Cool. I'm Josh Spoon, Producer's Kitchen, checking out iZotope Neutron. See you guys later.